Good morning everybody from a very foggy Spain. Yeah, we can not see too much in front of us. Today we've got a 20k walk through a place where my dad's just told me they burned a load of witches. So I'm like, I don't want to be there in a foggy wood, the place where they burnt witches. So let you know about that if we see anything about it on the way. It should be getting nicer actually. The cloud should lift. We're still quite high up. Probably higher than we were yesterday morning, so probably still kind of in the clouds, but today is generally going down, so hopefully it'll be sunny when we get there. Have a good day, buen camino.
Burr.
Yeah.
It's the tree usually fighting off an injury or infection.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're okay. Well, what an eventful day we had. Some great things and something really sad that happened. So we set off really strong from where we were in Roncesvalles. You will probably have seen by now my morning video that talks about going through a wood where they accused people of being witches, which my dad didn't tell me I was in the wood till we got to the end of the wood, but I didn't see any witches. But yeah, pretty horrific treatment of women that essentially rejected the church, rejected their kind of autonomy of the church or monopoly of the church, and were accused of being witches instead because they didn't want to be Catholics. So and sadly were burned in a village that we went through. Posted some pictures of the kind of places that there are here. I mean, there are people that live here, but I suspect that on this route that most of the people that live here either work in local industry. So where I am now, I can see, and just over there, that there's some sort of industrial plant, or they service people who are on the Camino. I know one thing that I've found is that the people in Spain are really, really lovely. I'm not saying the people in France weren't nice, but it's a completely different kind of attitude to the pilgrims, and which is really lovely. So off we went. We walked for about 8k maybe, and stopped in a village and had some breakfast with a really great guy who asked everybody where they were from and was really chatty, and he had a load of breakfast stuff lined up on the bar, which you'll also see a picture of in the video, or will have seen by now. And in between those two places, Roncesvalles and the place we stopped, which I think was Espinal, I fell. So if you're not in the Facebook group, you might not have seen the picture. If you're looking at me on YouTube, I have a big bump here and a scratch and a graze here and a sore shoulder. So essentially what happened was I was walking along with my sticks. I'm pretty new to the sticks. They are amazing. If you ever think about doing any kind of distance walking with hills, sticks are a prerequisite, I think, in my opinion. But I was walking along, and because I have these hypermobile ankles, the smallest thing will send me completely off balance. I don't have the strength or the kind of elasticity. I have too much elasticity in my ankles, which means that they bend all the way over and mean that I lose my balance. I did it the other week walking through town with Mark. Just literally saw a pothole, knew it was there, put my foot in it, but it sent me so off balance that I fell on my knees. Pretty much the same thing happened today, but because I had my poles, so you hold your poles, you kind of have the strap around your arm and you hold the poles, and the poles are there to take some of your weight, which is amazing. I'm getting a really great upper body workout here on the Camino, but because I had hold of them, I couldn't break my fall, and I kind of had them in front of me because I was trying to stop myself with them, and I felt my chest and shoulder fall and then my head crack on the floor. So ow. It was a bit sore, but it's okay now. I've not got concussion or anything. I'm no more crackers than I normally am. So that was a bit tricky. I was a bit shocked by the time we got to breakfast. I decided to eat today, fasted, to walk rather today, fasted for the first couple of hours because I just find it easier to just get up and move and eat when I'm hungry rather than try and walk up hills on a full stomach. I know that some of my ultra running friends will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, as we were leaving there, we were walking up a path. I took a picture of some horses and baby horses that you'll see, and came rushing past. There was some kind of golf buggy kind of thing, and then Hilux type Jeep which had police on it. And it went up the path past us, and we thought, oh dear, somebody must be in trouble on the way. And as we got to the top of the hill we were walking up, which was pretty steep near the top, in fairness, we were kind of diverted by a police officer off the road into the field next to it, and he told us that the field would join the path to just carry on. And as we went past the blockage, unfortunately, a gentleman was receiving CPR, and we think that despite an air ambulance coming out while we were there to treat him. As far as I know, sadly he didn't make it. And you know, as you go through the Camino, you do come across actually quite a few shrines of people who haven't made it. I think my dad, it's really very real, because these people are often younger than him or around his age or born the same years he was. As it does really kind of remind you of your mortality a bit. And we had a chat about it, and you know, I think the thing is, somebody who's here on the Camino and that happens to them, they're here having the absolute time of their life. So obviously I'm very sad that happened, and I hope that the person was really having a great time before that happened. Such a sad thing. So a day which was a great day, beautiful day, the sun finally came out, you'll see that in the pictures. But obviously for everybody who I have bumped into today that was walking at the same pace we were, that encountered the same thing we did, we all feel a bit sad today. Yeah, and God bless him. I think it just does really kind of underline that whilst I've just rocked up here, and I've literally just rocked up here with a minimal amount of training. I was doing quite a lot of training after Christmas, and then I got COVID, so I stopped training. You do need to be fit, and you do need to listen to your body. One of the things, a couple of ladies that were following us today, a lady from America and a lady from Poland, were following us up a hill, and my dad's got this pattern I've told you about before: 60 steps, stop, let your heart rate go down. It's that kind of thing that's going to keep you safe on this kind of thing. If you're not fit, you're not used to the distance, you're not used to the terrain or the incline. So yeah, if you ever do fancy it, like I say, you can get up any hill 60 steps at a time, but don't push it. There's just no need to push it. You'll get there in the end. And as on Joe's playlist, I think one of the songs that keeps coming on when I'm feeling a bit pressured about how slow I'm taking to get up a hill, it keeps coming on. You've got all the time in the world, and you really have on the Camino. So that's it from me, a long one tonight. Tomorrow we are walking to Pamplona, which you might know about because that's where they have the running of the bulls. There are no bulls running that I'm aware of while we're there, but we're super excited because we get there tomorrow, and then we have 2 rest days where we'll do some touristy stuff, and Chris, my brother's, coming on Monday to spend a week with us walking. So I will speak to you soon when Camino.